Annyeonghaseyo, welcome back to my channel. So guys, this is the final video in the series. Let me know if you want me to do more Pentagon videos. A lot of you guys seem to really like the videos, so I'm not sure if you want me to make more Pentagon videos. I probably will down the line, but if there's like a specific video you want me to make about Pentagon, please let me know in the comments. But for today's video, I decided to ask other universe any advice that they would have for you newcomers. So I used Amino. You can follow me on there and I'll link it down below. But I basically asked, what's one piece of advice you have for a new universe? And I had a few responses, so I'm just going to go ahead and read them. So the first one is by this user, Hui. I'm sorry if I butcher any of these usernames, but they said, no matter what Pentagon goes through, we must stay strong, for universe is Pentagon's rock. I could not agree more. There's always something going on with Pentagon. Like, either it's just, too much silence and there isn't anything going on, or they're just not getting the proper promotions, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, we need to be there for them. Universe really is the main thing that keeps Pentagon going. I strongly agree. So Patty says, Pentagon will never disappoint Universe, and Universe will never disappoint Pentagon. I agree. Pentagon always delivers, and Universe is always super supportive of Pentagon. It's like we're one of the most supportive fandoms, and not just of Pentagon, but of each other. We're very supportive of each other. We barely have fights with each other compared to like other fandoms. So I strongly agree that yes, they never disappoint and we never disappoint them. We really are. It's such a beautiful relationship, Universe and Pentagon. Isel, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your username, said, stay strong for the boys. They need the support and will always do their best to try and support us as well. We love a healthy idol fan friendship. I couldn't agree more. Like I said just before, we do have such a great relationship. Like, Pentagon really does love Universe, and they do so much for us. Like, Universe does so much for Pentagon. Like, we really are like such a great relationship, and we always are supportive. Like, instead of pressuring Yeonun to come back, we're just very patient because Yeonun hasn't been back, and I'm sad, man. I'm really sad. But Universe isn't like pressuring him to come back. They're just like, he'll come back in time, he'll come back. Like, we're just very patient with Yeonun. We're extremely patient with Cube, considering how crappy they are. Like, let's be real. But it's just so awesome that we have such a great relationship with Pentagon, and Pentagon really does care about Universe. Gobby Hui said, if you are a new universe, my piece of advice is to not just watch MVs, but to also watch as many videos of the guys as possible, like VLive or Pentori, Pentagon, Maker, or fan-made compilation videos, because that is the fastest way to get to know each member, how they look and sound, their personalities, and in-jokes, the way they interact with one another, and close friendship bonds. Photos are great, but their hairstyles or color changes so much, it can sometimes be difficult to remember names and faces. And don't forget to check out the members' side projects outside of Pentagon also. Most of all, enjoy and have fun. Pentagon is life. This is such great advice. I loved this because that's kind of the embodiment of the series. It's like, that's why I do like the basic facts on each member, so you can kind of get to know which member is who and kind of their personality traits and everything like that. This, I 100% agree. It's so much more than just MVs. That's just scratching the surface. That's why this series is kind of just scratching the surface. This is kind of like a guide to what to do. Like, definitely, I highly recommend you watch Pentagon Maker. That's like the main thing that really got me into Pentagon, was watching that show. And just, it also, like, the Prism vlogs and, Prism log, like the Prism logs, and the side projects like Magazine Ho, and like Kino's like SoundCloud songs that he also sometimes makes music videos for, Hui's side projects. Like, there's so many different, like, Pentagon is so versatile. So they have so many other things going on. Usok is featured on other people's songs and all that stuff. Like, there's so much more to Pentagon than just their music videos and everything like that. I agree 100%. And she's totally right with the hair color and everything. Like, that's all idols. Idols change their hair so drastic, like so much, and it'll be like blonde and then black. Like, it's just such a drastic change usually. So it is kind of hard to be like, oh, like, is that member that? But they had blue hair. Like, what happened? It's like, that's how, like, that's what it was for like a lot of idol groups that I did like. I was confused. I was like, wait, I thought they had red hair. Why do they have blonde now? It's like, what happened? So yeah, it is kind of difficult to do that. So that's why you definitely gotta watch like other things besides music videos, so you can kind of see the personality traits of each member. Because if you see like, oh, like I can tell that member is that member because they laugh like this or something like that. And also like the inside jokes, like you definitely gotta watch some of the stuff like Made in China. You're not gonna understand that joke unless you watch Pentagon Maker. Like, there's just certain like inside jokes that Universe make that you won't know about unless you watch those things. So I totally agree with you. Thank you so much for the advice. I really like that. I'm gonna include this in here, but this might be a little controversial, but let's talk about it. Gayla said Pentagon will always be OT10, and every comeback, it's hard not to see them as 10 or even 9 nowadays. But I know a lot of universe are probably gonna be like, who might think that this is controversial, and I kind of can see why it would be controversial. For me, as someone who started standing Pentagon since debut, it is kind of hard to see comebacks without Dawn, and especially without Yenon. But like, I've accepted it. It is kind of weird. Like, I remember when Naughty Boy came out and just the Thumbs Up album, it was kind of weird not seeing Dawn in there. I'm used to not seeing Yenon because he wasn't in the ceremony era. So I was like, okay, Yenon, I've seen them without Yenon, so I could dig it. But without Dawn, it was kind of weird because Dawn was the main rapper, so he rapped a lot in Pentagon songs. So it was kind of weird hearing a Pentagon song without Dawn at first. But now that they've done multiple comebacks since then, I've kind of gotten used to it. And I appreciate that they're still going strong. I appreciate that they still get the paycheck. You know, I didn't want them to suffer for something. I mean, I'm not trying to say that what Dawn did was awful or anything like that. I'm not trying to be like that person, but it was his choice in a way. So I didn't want Pentagon to get punished for something that Dawn did. You know what I mean? Even though dating isn't a crime, like, let's just be clear. But I did appreciate that they could still be a group and still promote and not suffer as much. They did take a hit. They did. And yeah, it was definitely weird. With Naughty Boy, it was extremely weird. Like, no Dawn. I was like, what is this? But I still jam out to Naughty Boy every single day. And I loved them. Like, OT8 is pretty good. OT8 is pretty good. I it's kind of weird with no Yenon, but you know, we just power through. We just gotta deal with it. You know, Yenon will come back when he's ready. Although I might do a video about that because I have thoughts. But I do appreciate OT8. I will always love OT10. Like, OT10 will always be my top superior Pentagon to me is OT10. But I'm not gonna hate on OT8 or OT9 simply because I'm bitter. You know what I mean? Like, I do appreciate all the different phases that Pentagon has gone through. I mean, same thing like EXO. Like, EXO's been through some lineup changes, but people still love EXO. You know what I mean? So, yeah. That answer might be a little controversial, but, you know, we all have our opinions and we're all entitled to our opinions. This next one comes from KD, and they said that it's okay if they stand late. What matters is that they still did, and that it would be so worth it. Also, they should watch Pentagon Maker, LOL. Highly agree. So the consensus is watch Pentagon Maker. Literally one of the most entertaining Korean shows I've ever seen. High key recommended. Definitely go watch it. I believe it's on Daily Motion. I'll try to find it and link it down below for you guys. Okay, so this next one is from LD. Sorry if I mispronounced it. They said, being a universe is gonna be a tough ride, but just enjoy the waves and it'll soon calm down and sailing will be smooth again. It's worth it. I agree. There's been some rough patches with Pentagon. It's like any fandom. There's rough patches. It doesn't matter who you stand. There's always gonna be some trickiness. Like, there's always going to be a controversy. Hopefully it's not too bad where you have to understand, but there's a lot of rough patches, but you'll get through it because Pentagon always comes out on the other side. So far, they've been very good with dealing with controversies, air quotes around controversies, because what Dawn and Hyuna dating isn't really a controversy, but okay. It can be rough at times, but you definitely gotta stick it out. And Pentagon is worth it. Like, trust me, it's so worth it. I love those boys so much. I still love them with all my heart. That's why I did this whole series. That's why I made these videos, is because I do love them so much and I want other people to love them too. And I don't want people to be discouraged from what happened to Dawn. I don't want that to discourage people from standing. I get Dawn was such an essential part of Pentagon, but there are other members, so let's not pretend like, oh, Dawn's gone, so Pentagon's over. No, like, there's 9 other members of this group. So yeah, trust me, like, it's so awesome. Pentagon's so awesome. Like, Universe is such a beautiful fandom. Like, I kid you not, one of the best fandoms in the world. But yeah. How long was this? Was this like 14 minutes? Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I'm sorry if my voice sounds worse than usual. Again, I got sick. I was sick for like 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks. And I'm still recovering. Like, I got a bit of a cough. I don't know if I sound a little congested. I'm not actually congested. This is just how I sound. But I am recovering from like a sore throat, cough, cold, all that. Fevers. It was rough. I feel like a lot of people got sick over this holiday. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you are a universe, comment down below some advice you have for new universe and people who are possibly thinking about standing Pentagon. Let me know in the comments what your advice would be to them. And also, like, you can respond to any of the people that I showed in here. And yeah, follow me on the Amino app. Follow me on my social medias if you'd like. I'm way more active on there. Like, I actually tweet a lot. Like, especially my K-pop Twitter. I'm on there like all the time. So you can definitely hit me up on there. Follow me there. And that's it. Okay, so I'll see you K-Hoes in the next video. Mwah.